What is up, guys? Yo, check it. So I am recording in my bedroom because I went for a hike this morning. I shot a little Facebook Live for the 16 of you that saw that. Thank you. But went on a hike. That's kind of my time to meditate, pray, think, and I get all these ideas that flood into my mind, and I'm like, oh, I gotta talk about this, I wanna talk about this. So come home, dirty, hop in the shower, and I go, you know what, I gotta drop this video here because talking to some of my clients, I had a combo last night with a new potential client, and I've been reaching out to some of my Facebook friends, kind of asking what some of the hurdles and things that they deal with as far as fitness, nutrition, exercise, things that kind of are roadblocks they don't understand, maybe need help with, one of the things I want to try to do, or Tina and I, obviously I'm the more boisterous one of the duo, but we want to try and provide value for people and kind of give our fitness professional insights as far as how, share some of the things that we know that have helped people, so I've been reaching out to people that are not our clients because some of the feedback that I get from our clients comes from a more educated consumer almost, if you will. So when we start to have questions there, typically they're not the questions that somebody who's uneducated as far as health and fitness is concerned because they've invested in kind of getting help. So the thing I wanted to touch on today, and I apologize, I thank you to the people that do sit through these because I am long-winded sometimes, but I got stuff to say, so, whatever. One of the things I wanted to talk about is, or a couple things rather, is nutrition, diet, exercising, lifting weights, not lifting weights, making you crazy. And the reason I say that is we live in a world now where we have everything at our fingertips and we're inundated with information, right? And you would think that this day and age that health and fitness would be more simplified than it is, but guess what? It's not, because you guys are being so flooded with information, which is great, but the downfall to that is you guys have too much information and you don't know how to dissect it to be successful when it comes to a health and fitness program. Now, that is the reason why there are fitness professionals like Tina and myself that as our career, we help people navigate, manage, and understand these things. However, not everybody's in a position to do that, or maybe not everybody's in a position or ready to take that leap as far as investing in themselves with their health, fitness, and nutrition. So I wanted to give away some free information here for the people that maybe are in that position, okay? As far as nutrition, exercising, and even cardiovascular activities are concerned. So check it out. I've been doing this 19 years, right? And it's funny because in the last, I'd say 5 to 7 years, especially with the onset of social media, there's so many ways of doing things, right? So many different nutrition plans. This is the right one. No, this is the right one. No, don't do this. Do that. Watch this. Don't watch that. You can do whatever you want. Cardio, high intensity interval cardio, steady state cardio, sprints, indoor cardio, outdoor cardio. I'm going to drop a video too for the cardio stuff here pretty soon. Fasted cardio, fed cardio, all these different ways of doing things, and people are trying to figure it out, and they're not able to make hell or high water of any of it. So I want to try to simplify it, and I jumped around or bounced around like I do, but when I started in this way back in the day, almost 2 decades ago, okay, it was about exercising and basically making smart food choices. There weren't the diet protocols that there are nowadays, because really what we used to tell people when I started out was make smart food choices. Now what that means is if you have an option between a donut or an apple, what would be the smarter food choice to choose? Donut, apple, bing, 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 right? It's that kind of a concept. If you go out to dinner and you can have pizza and wings, or maybe a chicken breast and potatoes and a veggie, what's going to be the smarter choice? Do you see what I'm saying? And the world that we're living in has made all of this shit so complicated that people don't know what to do. Really what it boils down to is from a purely kind of health perspective is make smart food choices. Eat whole raw foods, right? Get an ample amount of protein, and there's a lot of arguments to that now too, but we're not going to get into that's another video. But having a balance, eat 3 to 6 times a day, depending on what your activity levels are and what your goals are that you want to reach. When we work with clients, it goes like this, and typically we work with everything, but let's say it's a weight loss scenario, because that's what most people, if they're not already into health and fitness, tend to get into health and fitness for, is kind of a weight loss scenario, to look better, to feel better, to be more energized, all of those different things. So when we work with a client, we kind of work in phases, okay? And it's contingent on the individual, what we do. But here's how it looks, okay? Let's say you want to lose 40 pounds, 50 pounds, 20 pounds, whatever it is. We have to start somewhere, okay? So what we like to do is start somebody on a structured meal plan where we go, okay, here's what you're going to eat. If you can do 4 meals, 5 meals, 6 meals, whatever the case is, this is where we're going to start. We're going to tell you what to do with some leeway as far as your proteins, your carbohydrates, your veggies, the things that you can pick from, but we're going to keep it pretty structured, okay? Now, that is a really great place to start, because the less variables you have to mess up or make mistakes, the more variables you have to be successful. But you don't want to live there. You do not want to constantly have to follow dead set meal plans. Some people are fine with that, but most people don't want to do that. But you've got to start somewhere. When we learn to ride a bike, if you know how to ride a bike, did you start with training wheels or maybe somebody coming along the side of you, mom, dad, whoever, right? You didn't get to just ride the bike. There was some structure there provided for you before you rode the bike. And then once you learned to ride the bike, you weren't running and doing jumps and things like that. You had to work into all those things. Nutrition is the same way. So the phases we like to do, and this is for you guys to think about, is we start with the structured plan over here. We get a great foundation set. It's like building a house. You don't go and go, ooh, I want to build a house right there, right? There's a lot of things that have to go into that. The land has to be surveyed. A foundation has to be built. We have to make sure that that foundation is going to be stable to support that house for the long term. The nutrition is the same way. So you want to build a good foundation. Without a good foundation, the longevity is probably not going to be there. So start with something structured so you know what you're doing, anywhere from 30 to 60 to 90 days, depending on the person, the goals and the results that want to be seen. And you kind of learn how your body works. We learn how you react on proteins, carbohydrates, fats, calories, all those different things. Once we get the foundation built, right, we can move to the next phase, which is macros. What are macros? Proteins, carbs, fats, and fibers can be ranked in there, but typically when we talk about it, proteins, carbs, and fats. All of us operate off of different macro requirements or needs. I've done videos on that. You can check them out on our YouTube. Message me. I'll send you the link. But everybody gets confused with the macros. And before you can understand the macros totally, you want to understand that foundational element of even what they are and what your body works good on, getting to a point where we know the requirements of what you need based on the goals that you have. But we get into a macro scenario or flexible dieting, or if it fits your macros, I'm sure you've heard all those things, but you can't put the cart before the horse. Sometimes it's hard to just jump into a macro-based plan because you don't know what you're doing, right? And all proteins are different, carbohydrates are different, fats are different. Carbohydrates for one, and I've shot a video on this, so if you want to check it out, message me, or it's on our YouTube, Life Fusion Fitness, you can find it on there. The difference between macros, I'm not gonna go in there, but carbohydrates, for instance, you've got simple, you've got complex, you've got fibrous, all different on the glycemic scale as far as how they process work in your body. The example I use is, if you drive a vehicle and it uses gas, do you put diesel in it? Why? It'll mess it up, right? Food is the same way. They don't process the same thing, even though they're both fuels. So it's important to understand that, and you got to work into that, and you maybe need some assistance, guidance, coaching to help you with that. But we get into a macro-based flexible dieting where we now give you your numbers. You have 150 grams of protein, 300 grams of carbs, and 88 grams of fats for caloric makeup of 2,500 calories completely made up. And then you start picking the foods that you like. You start working in things. Maybe you eat 3 times, maybe you eat 4 times, maybe you eat 5 times, as long as you're hitting the macro requirements. Once you master that next level of the foundational component, we want to get into what everybody's now coined intuitive eating, right? What is It's eating, guys. And it's making smart food choices and having an understanding and a knowledge base of what you're putting into your mouth. So again, you look at an apple, right, versus a donut, and you make a choice based on your goals, results, needs, wants, the things that you want to see happen. Maybe this time you want a donut. That's okay, but you can't do it every day and you can't do it all day. But you need to learn how those work into your body. You got to have a good foundation set. So what I say for you people that are looking for nutrition, long story short, is one, just make smart food choices. You're not dumb. We're all grown-ups. And if you don't know what a smart food choice is, research it. You can find it online or reach out to us. We'll help you with some smart food choices, okay? We like to do like this, though, just so you know. Structured, build a foundation. You don't want to live there forever. Flexible, still guidelines. You live there for a little bit, and then you go to intuitive eating. That's what Tina and myself do. We are fitness peeps. I know day-to-day, calorically, proteins, carbs, fats, with what I'm taking in based on what I want to see happen. And that can be different every day depending on my activity level. Some days I don't train or do cardio. Some days I train and do cardio and I'm on my feet for 12 hours. So the fuel requirements change day to day, and it's important to understand and learn how your body works so you can facilitate those things. But if you're not doing any of those things, just start making smart food choices. Stay consistent. Eat 3 to 4 times a day. I'm going to give a little plug for those of you that made it this far. Tina and I on June 3rd, we're launching another free 7-day mindset, because that's a big thing, health and fitness challenge. It's free. We're going to start promoting it in a couple weeks. We're doing it June 3rd. But we get into even more detail, but not a ton of detail, but more than I'm giving you right here. As far as the nutrition is concerned, make smart food choices, eat anywhere from 3 to 6 times a day, depending on what your activity level is, and listen to your body. If you are looking to lose weight, you are going to need to be in a caloric deficit. If you're trying to build muscle, you're probably going to want to be in a caloric surplus. If you don't know how to do those things, it might be a good idea to reach out to somebody who's had success with it. Plug, right? Because we can help you do that. But if you're just starting, you don't necessarily need to hire somebody. Just start making smart food choices. Let's talk about exercising real quick because I'm going way over like I do. Let's talk about exercise, okay? Cardio, whatever. Guys, just move. Just move. 3 to 4 times a week, just move. I went hiking this morning. That's what prompted this video. I hate doing indoor cardio. I love hiking and bike riding. Move, okay? Go to the park. Do sprints. Do jumping jacks or whatever these things are. Jumping jacks. Do push-ups. Do burpees. Do sprints. Move. Where the weights come into play is when you want to start sculpting and developing your body to another level. But you need to start somewhere. If you're not doing shit, start doing a walk. Do a walk 3-4 times a week. A mile, 2, around your neighborhood. Take your dogs, take your cats, take your birds, whatever. Move, guys. Everybody thinks like, oh, I don't have time for the gym, or I don't have... You come home, take off your work shoes, throw on some tennis shoes, and go for a effing walk. I'm trying not to cuss today because it's Easter Sunday weekend. But just move, guys. Everybody's overcomplicating the exercise thing. Should I do this? Should I do that? Guys, move. That's it. But if you need help on that next level, reach out to the professionals, okay? That is what we are here for. Again, we are launching a free challenge, so those of you that made it here, we'll be promoting it more, but if you're interested, reach out to us. But here's the thing. As far as health, fitness, nutrition is concerned, you don't want to live following a structured diet all the time, but you may have to start there. But if you're not doing anything, start making smart food choices. Cut out the crap, okay? When you do that, start moving along with cutting out the crap, okay? That's it, guys. Go for a walk, go for a jog, go for a bike ride, go for a hike, do push-ups, do burpees, do jumping jacks. If you got weights at home, start curling them. Doing something's better than nothing, but don't overcomplicate it. And when you're ready to go to the next level, invest in yourself, man. Take some time, reach out to somebody like Tina or myself or whoever else, whatever fitness professional is. I don't really give a shit how you do it. Oh, let's try not to cuss. I don't really care how you do it. Just do it, guys. I want everybody to feel good, to be energized, to be healthy, to be strong, to live a good life, to use the vessel you've been given and enjoy it. Don't squander it, guys. If you're lacking energy, if you're depressed, if you're overweight, if you're not feeling good, then change it. Yo, but that's it. That was 15 minutes. Damn. Anyways, guys, holler at your boy. You got questions, man? Reach out. Let's connect. I'm actually going to be trying to connect with some of my Facebook friends, people, and get feedback on different topics like this. But guys, don't overcomplicate it. Make smart food choices and move. That's it. You need help? Ask, man. Reach out to somebody that knows, guys. All right, I'll talk to you later. Until the next one. Peace.